Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and hello. My name is Nurul Nadhirah binti Ramli, and today I'll be presenting the materials for the future. The choice of my material for today is beryllium metal. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so before we proceed with the presentations, this is the content of this presentation. Firstly, we will talk about the background of beryllium metal. Next, we will talk about the history of beryllium metals, the uses of beryllium, and lastly, we will talk about the advantages that beryllium metal have. Okay, first thing first, we need to know about beryllium. What is beryllium actually? It's not a chocolate brand that you know. It's actually an alkaline earth metal which belongs to the group and period 2 or periodic table of elements. And it's also have the atomic number of 4 and making its electron configurations of 1s2, 2s2. And it have the symbol of Be in the periodic table of elements and have the atomic weight number of 9.012 gram per mole. Okay, so now we will proceed to the history of beryllium. Firstly, beryllium was known as glucinium in the old days due to the sweetness of its salt, but tasting is not recommended due to exposure to beryllium can lead to various illness. So, beryllium was discovered in 1789 by Vauquelin in its oxide form and only in certain materials such as emeralds and beryls. But in 1828, two scientists found a way to isolate independently beryllium using potassium. In 1957, beryllium was commonly available in the industry, but nowadays manufacturers found a way to produce beryllium by converting its ore into beryllium fluoride or beryllium chloride and combining it with magnesium metal. Okay, so next we will continue with the properties that beryllium have. Firstly, beryllium does not affected by X-ray. This is because the X-ray rays will only go through beryllium and does not have any additional reactions. Next is beryllium is very non-magnetic and it can conduct electricity and heat very well. It has a high melting point at 1280 degrees and boiling point at 2469 degrees. It is very light but very strong. It is resistant to corrosions and resists oxidations also. The solid form of beryllium is in grayish-white color. Okay, so next is the uses of beryllium. Since we can see from the properties of beryllium, it can be made into various materials and can be used in different applications. Firstly is the X-ray window. Since it does not be affected by the X-ray rays, it can be used to keep the air from flowing into the X-ray tube but allowing the X-ray ray to pass through. Next is the non-sparking tools in the environment that uses explosive materials. Since beryllium does not create any sparks. Next is due to its lightness and durability, it can be used to make gyroscopes and space shuttles and also golf clubs. Lastly, due to its ability to transfer heat well, it can be used to make heat shields. Okay, in this slide, you can see the images of the uses of beryllium, such as the golf club that I mentioned, the X-ray window, the non-sparking tools, the space shuttles, and also the heat shields. Okay, so lastly, I will talk about the advantages that beryllium have. Firstly, it is very lightweight. It is 6 times stiffer than a metal, but it can stand a great force before bending. It has a high melting point and can also hold its shape over a wide temperature range. It has a high absorption capacity and very permeability over the X-ray rays. Okay, that's all from me over beryllium metal. Thank you for listening and thank you for lending your time. I hope that this information will be useful for you in the future. So, thank you and goodbye.